And we're live with day 27 of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Technically it's episode 27. I've been doing these 2 a day. But I don't care. I'm doing what I used to. Anyway. So today we're gonna obliterate Lawrence. As soon as I get my last little bit of caffeine in. There's Stream Elements announcing in chat that I'm live. You guys can't hear the like little tick. From BTTV because I don't have desktop audio. But it's still amazing. Anyway, as was as we did from last episode, if you did not watch it because it was just a grindy episode, we got Estelle to level 30 with 200 CP. We got Joshua to almost level 30 with 200 CP. Olivier to 31. With 200 CP. And Zin to 33 with 200 CP. We also, funnily enough, got Defense 3 and Shield 3. As well as I bought, Attack 3. Speaking of, ornaments, Death Blow. I believe I said I was gonna replace Death Blow, replace a couple of CP with, so that can 100% kills enemy. Cause I am not dealing with Lawrence. I just refuse. I vehemently refuse to deal with Lawrence. Welcome everyone to the Grand Arena. Please note that the tournament participants are asked to remain within the arena's walls until the end of the day's matches. Have you made all necessary preparations for a day of hot action? Bring it, bitch! Excellent, excellent. Your waiting room is the blue team room just inside the hall on the right. Fight well. Let's go! Looks like it's just us in here. This waiting room feels awfully big right now. Well, it actually is a pretty big room. Team sports events and circuses alike used to be held here. But that was back in a time when gladiators fighting monsters was a man's only source of entertainment. Interesting. I guess that would explain the size if there were circus animals in here. I must say... headset. Behave. It certainly doesn't measure up to an Imperial Opera House, but even so, it's about the size of an outdoor concert venue. And that's certainly acceptable. Excuse us for being less gaudy than you Imperialists. I think we may have gotten here a little too early, though. We've still got a sizable chunk of time before the match starts. Really? Waiting around for your match to start really does get kind of boring. So why don't we walk around the grounds for a little while then? Works for me. We're gonna go out for a walk, guys. Sure, just make sure you're here in time for the match. Well, well, what new turn of events is this? I thought for sure that you'd go with them. I just get the feeling that something's changed between the two of them. Some type of step forward. Hello, Mr. Observant. They've definitely been feeling some pressure from the matches. But today they seem a lot more relaxed. Oh, to be that young again, eh? But are they ready for the feelings that well up from within them? Even if they are not, the feelings are surely ready for them. Such delightful awkwardness. I look forward to what comes of it. I really just don't get you. Shudder. Something wrong. Are you feeling alright? I'm okay. I just got the chills all of a sudden. Like someone was talking about us or plotting something. I mean... Yeah, Olivier is, doing both. I think I can guess who that is. Oh, okay, so I need to go to the stands. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Talk to the bracers. Is something wrong, Kurt? Oh, it's you guys. Guess it's time for the final match. Give it all you've got, okay? You bet. You don't look so good there, Kurt. Are you okay? You do seem pale. Nah, just a little lightheaded, that's all. Though, it's kind of odd. I don't feel sick, so why am I lightheaded? I think I'm having a flashback. Flashback from what, yesterday? No, from an accident I had about 3 months ago. Seems I screwed up on a job and messed myself up pretty bad. What do you mean, seems? You don't mean amnesia, do you? I do. It's kind of embarrassing, perhaps even a bit cliched, but I actually don't remember a thing about it. Or didn't, anyway. Still can't even remember what job I was doing that got me hurt in the first place. Doctor said it wasn't shock or anything, but offered no other explanations as to what it could be. Wow, what a story. But you were still okay to participate in the match, even in that condition? Told you, physically there isn't a thing wrong with me. In fact, I'm feeling a lot better just talking it over with you. In time, these flashbacks will start to take shape, and I'll remember what happened, so don't worry about me, okay? Okay, I guess, if you say so. You are starting to look a little better than you did a minute ago. Just be careful, though, okay? Thanks. You guys, too. Good luck out there. We're all here to root for you today. You're representing the Bracer Guild out there, so be sure to make us proud. Hey guys, listen, just relax and do what you've always done. There's no pressure. Hey, there's Professor Alba. Hey newbies, your opponents are tough, but you guys should be able to take them no sweat. You break a leg out there, we'll be cheering for you like you wouldn't believe. Not the best bit of advice, but okay. Estelle, Joshua, Professor, you came to watch us. But of course, you've always been such a big help to me. I owe you two at least that much. Thanks, Professor. But how'd you scrape together the mirror for a ticket? Well, that was a bit of a lucky break on my part, actually. The museum director had some sudden business to attend to, so he couldn't make it today. And I'm here instead. Should have guessed you'd never be able to get in here out of your own pocket. Not that I wouldn't try, of course. I'm sure I could find a way if I put my mind to it. At any rate, I'm here, and here I am. And I'll be shouting your names for sure. Knock 'em dead, you two. You bet we will. Thank you, Professor. I mean, I'm hoping the Death Blow 2 actually murders Lawrence. And before we find out that Lawrence is actually, like, Cassius or something, and then I'm just gonna be like, damn it, dude. Anyway. Hey, Estelle! You did it! The final fight! It's so exciting! Fucking hell, Dorothy. Deep breaths, Dorothy. Come on now, do it with me. If you don't relax, keep yourself still and focused, you won't be able to get any good shots. Oh, don't you worry about that. I take my best pictures when I'm all hyped up like this. They're more natural, you see. Oh, I guess they would be? Dorothy, I think you're some kind of savant or something. I mean... an old dude with a fancy thing. Royal Armor versus Bracer. Both of them fight to protect people as part of their jobs. Now I guess we see who's better at it. The Bracers, of course. Oh. Estelle, Joshua, is that you? Mayor Klaus. What brings you here? It's good to see you both again. Sherazar told me that you'd gone traveling all over the kingdom. You've certainly grown up nicely in that time since we last met. Thank you very much. Well, I can't speak for myself really, but you certainly seem as chipper as ever, Mr. Mayor. It's kind of refreshing to see. Well, I won't let you young folk beat me just yet. Say that you two made it all the way to the championship in this big martial arts competition. I may be a little old for such things, but I came to watch. You came all the way from Roland for that? No. Actually, I got an invitation out of the blue for a dinner party at Gronsel Castle. Only arrived in Gronsel this morning. Came by way of an airliner. No way. I think I get it. The invitation came from Duke Dunan, right? Oh, you know of it. I was originally planning to attend a birth ceremony for this married couple. And then journey here. But this lady officer approached me out of nowhere and told me that I was invited to this dinner party. One guess as to who that was. Yeah, it had to be Captain Amalthea. Interesting. So, yeah, we know there's a coup happening. That's like 100% at this point. Like, what's his face has kidnapped kidnapped Chloe and apparently Princess Claudia and possibly the Queen. And before Chloe and Princess Claudia are the same person. Why did that just pop into my head? Fuck. That actually would make a lot of sense. I swear I was joking, but if it turns out that Chloe is Princess Claudia, and I've just got like a memory flashback from Cold Steel 3 and 4, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so upset. Sadly, my wife's just not much of the traveling sort, so I didn't have much choice to come here by myself. She's not here? Pardon me, Mayor. There's a chance that we may also be attending the dinner party. Oh? That's one of the two t-shirts here from Untitled. Ah, I see. Well, that explains it. It hardly seems appropriate to call for a dinner party when Her Majesty has taken ill. But if you two will be there, I might not feel quite so awkward. So that just means that you'll have to try that much harder to win. Haha, you bet. We'll try our best to meet your expectations. Oh, jeez. I think me closing my eyes in absolute pain and agony over my own joke. We'll try our best to meet your expectations. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold up. There's a message on Discord. I need to... I hate this. Stop... Someone pinged me. I'm like, what? Don't ping me while I'm streaming, damn it. Don't ping me in general. I think I'm going to find myself a seat then. Best of luck to the both of you. Okay, well, he's going to be at the dinner party too. You think Mayor Maybell will be there as well? It seems likely. There will probably be a lot of influential people in attendance. Oh well. We just need to focus on winning our match, and then we'll see everyone there. Sounds good. Speaking of which, it's almost time. Let's return to the waiting room. Okay. Oh. It looks like the Duke and Colonel Richard are showing up together today. Indeed. Maybe he's here to watch his subordinates compete. Oh, so that's the Royal Army's darling of the public, eh? He's handsome enough and well-groomed. He looks like the capable sort. Yeah, I guess so. He doesn't seem to bear much resemblance to when I saw him in Bose, at least in terms of character. But what, indeed, can one do? Suppose that he is worthy of being considered a rival to the great Olivier Lenheim. I doubt he's worried about that. It looks like it's starting. We must apologize to everyone for the long wait. We now open the final day of the martial arts competitions. Full contact matches. This arena has been abuzz with preparations and fighting for the better part of a week now. And it all culminates right here, right now. Which team will seize ultimate victory this day? Without further ado, I present the fight card for this the championship match. Southside blue team from the Calvin Republic, captain is Zin. Northside red team from the Royal Army Intelligence Division Special Forces, captain is Second Lieutenant Lawrence. All right, we're up. Finally. I trust everyone is ready to put everything into this. For tears or for laughter, this is it. Game faces, guys. I am absolutely fucking terrified. I have Deathblow 2 on 2 of my characters, and I'm still fucking terrified. Everyone we've fought so far has been about as tough as Tapioca. That and half of this team is a pair of rookies. I doubt they'd be able to stand up to us. Don't be so sure. Both of them are part of the Bracer Guild. Indeed. We've been reading up on them. Good. Now stay focused and don't underestimate them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, what are those guys grousing about over there? Just let them be, Estelle. If they're covering their faces like that, I can't imagine they have much in the way of self-confidence. You know, Olivier's probably right. Since they lack my dazzling good looks, there's probably a lot of sniping and backbiting in their ranks. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I'll have you know I'm considered very attractive to women. Second Lieutenant Lawrence, right? What is it, boy? Joshua. That's sword technique. No, never mind. Best of luck. And to you. Hey, don't let their talk get you all depressed. We're about to start. We now begin the final match. Dude, you should have just asked, Joshua. We now begin the final match of the martial arts competition. Both teams go to your starting places. Adios be with you. Ready? Begin! The final match. This is the Hail Mary of Hail Marys, by the way. It'd be hilarious if it worked. It didn't work. Damn it! Okay, so I'm guessing Death Blow doesn't work on him for whatever reason.
Let me show you the truth.
We gotta hyper focus on Lawrence. Forms a temporary shield. Okay.
You're feeling lucky.
No arts for you. Oh, fuck's sake. Break the guard. Actually, I have an all one, don't I? No, because I removed poison. Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Well, that was absolutely useless. It canceled out guard. That's hilarious. Took longer than I intended, but you know, we still got it. And Josh was now 30. KO! Winner is Zin's team! Let's go! We beat the bad guy! Oh, one of them. It can be. We're the best of the best the special ops have to offer. How could we lose? Bah, we're beaten. Yo! We won, really won. Huff gasp, and I'm exhausted. Now, the winning team will be best with a few words from Duke Dunan. Representing the team will be Zin Vathek. Please come forward. Yes, sir. Wow, you look even bigger up close. Are all Easterners as huge as you? No, I'm a little outside the ordinary. I just ate well, slept well, and trained diligently ever since I was very young. I'm the way I am because I tend to think about everything very carefully and deeply. Haha, I see. I like you, Zin. Allow me to present you with the prize of 100,000 Mira and the invitation to the dinner party. Hey, yo, do I get that 100,000 Mira? Because, you boys out of money. Thank you very much, sir. Hey! I don't know if that actually is us receiving it or if it's just Zin. Adios, shine her light and glory upon you and your friends. My beloved citizens, let's hear a big round of applause for the victors. Let's go! Ah, an interesting conclusion, I'd say. Lieutenant Lawrence, you truly have no shame. His Excellency must surely be ashamed to see his men beaten by such rabble. Was all that posturing just for show? I am indeed shamed. Come now, Amalthea. You needn't criticize him so. Truth be told, I myself asked Lawrence to hold back. What? It would behoove any member of the Intelligence Division not to put all of his strength on display. And in this instance, it works to our benefit that the others win the championship. I see. His Grace, too, seems taken with the Easterner. He'll serve as an ample distraction. Still, it is a pity. If Lieutenant Schwartz or General Morgan had participated, the show would have been far more dynamic. Surely you jest, sir. If you truly wanted the tournament to be more dynamic, perhaps you should have participated yourself. The likes of Julie are no match for your strength, after all. I don't think quite that highly of my skill with the sword. I doubt I would be able to defeat the second lieutenant here, if he fought as hard as he could either. Hardly, sir. I believe you somewhat overestimate my strength. I'm nothing but an unrefined former Jaeger in a soldier's uniform. I beg to differ. I have confidence in my ability to judge the strength of others. And about the only person I could see being able to fight you on equal terms would be him. Equal terms with him. The him that's always never mentioned is always Cassius. Speaking of whom, his children will shortly be entering Grunso Castle. Shouldn't we be taking some sort of steps to deal with them? Leave them be. We'll honor their arrangement with the Duke. And besides, it's far too late for the Bracer Guild to cause us any real trouble. But sir, Lawrence, how far along would you gauge the plan's progress? Just over 90%, sir. I'm certain I will be able to guide you to our destination within the next few days. Excellent. A new dawn fast approaches for this kingdom, and even if I must endure the stigma of treason, I shall pave the way for the glorious tomorrow. This man is committing treason. He just admitted it. I hate it. Now, do we hope that Colonel Richard is pulling, a Gilead Osborne, and it's not, like, proper true treason, but more of a prophecy fulfillment? I'm just gonna take on the role of the bad guy, or is he actually just an asshole? And a traitor. Filthy, filthy traitor. Whew. Now that was one hell of a fight. I had no clue that Lieutenant Lawrence was so freaking strong. Yes, I think we got lucky. Even now, it's hard to believe. I don't like it. Huh? It's nothing. More importantly, that fancy shindig is supposed to be happening tonight. From what I understand, it's going to run late into the night, so they're setting up rooms for us. Ah, most generous of them. Rubbing shoulders with all those stuffed shirts is sure to chafe in the worst way, in uncomfortable places. Olivier, you are one of those stuffed shirts. But dining, liberal royal dining, the very prospect of such decadence. Look at me, my mouth can barely contain itself. Where is my handkerchief? It's getting on your... Oh, gross. It's good to see that you haven't lost your sense of perspective, Olivier. Indeed. Let's be off then. Off to gorge our souls upon the 7 courses of courtly affection. Oh, that's the plan, is it? Well, well, fancy meeting you here. You son of a bitch. You wander all over the place every damn day and leave me wondering what the hell you're up to. Have you gone completely mad? What possessed you to participate in a martial arts competition? Oh, come now, my dear Mueller. There's no need to crease your lovely face with such an ill-tempered expression. I love Mueller so much. After all, is it not true that good fortune comes to those who favor those around them with a smile? I am smiling. Is it just me, or do you recognize that uniform? Yeah, it looks like Imperial military to me. He looks like he could be a tough one to take on in a fight, too. I don't believe we've met. My name is Bueller. I was just recently appointed as the resident military officer at the Erebonian Embassy. I've known this whack job for a very long time. Yeah. Well, might even call us schoolyard chums. Fret not over his dark demeanor. Without it, his presence wouldn't light up the room the way it does. Okay, you really need to shut up now. Right. Now, where was I? From the looks of things, this fellow has caused you some trouble. As the representative of the Erebonian Embassy, I sincerely apologize. Oh, it's okay. He hasn't really been a bother. Actually, he was a big help to us in the tournament. Olivier, did you deliberately try to keep your participation in the tournament a secret from the embassy? Oh, perish the thought. No, no. Rather, I simply never told them. How's that any different from hiding it? Um... Yeah, I don't got an answer for this. But okay, fine. What's done is done. Now, though, we're going back to the embassy. Yes, you're coming with me. Eh? Please, do wait a moment. We have all been invited to a delightful, indeed wondrous dinner party. Delightful and wondrous, eh? Sounds nice. Too bad you won't be attending. You're going to be confined to the embassy for a little while. Are you serious? When do I ever joke? Oh, cruel fate. Truly, you drive a knife into my very heart. The promise of this dinner party has been all that's helped me maintain my will to live. You know, I actually feel kind of bad for him. Same, but he kind of did this to himself. Is it really that big a deal if you let him go to the party? What's your reasoning behind this? I knew I could count on you. Ah, but how lovely a thing is true friendship. Such warmth and affection as opposed to the cruel frigidity of my schoolyard chum. I don't think you folks really understand just how serious this is. But try to picture this. A dinner party populated by royalty and its influential guests from across the country. And also attends an arrogant fool who never shuts his mouth because his foot is lodged so far in it. Into it. Oh no! Wait! He has a point. Shit. And if they found out that this uncouth imbecile was an Erebonian citizen... Ah, yes. Everyone suddenly gets it. It's like... Shit. I do love the nickname Debaucherous Prince. It's like the best name ever. My beautiful and gracious comrades, why have you suddenly fallen so silent? I'm sorry, Olivier, but he does kind of have a point. Yeah, your usual behavior might not be appreciated in the royal castle. True. We wouldn't want to start an international incident, would we? Fuck. Everyone's like, wait, shit. Like, they don't mind it. At the end of the day, neither Estelle, Zin, nor Joshua really mind Olivier's, personality. But, yeah. What? You would turn on me so easily? The war only ended 10 years ago. Relations between our countries can still be strained at times. You'll just have to grin and bear it, Olivier. Please, Bueller, hear me out. I'm sorry that I didn't say anything before. You know when you... This isn't a debate. My dinner party! My royal cuisine! Is this really okay? I can't say I really like it, but the facts are the facts. Well, there's nothing much we can do about it now. We'll just have to enjoy ourselves twice as much in order to make up for him not being able to join us. Oh well, I guess you're right. Let's get our stuff together and go to Gruntel Castle then. I love it. I love this so much. Oh, it did break. That's so weird. It did break, but it didn't kill. That's so funny. The hell? Why is he missing an earth quartz? I really need to give him something for this, but... I wonder, do I have enough Sepith for... Oh, hold up. This is a department store. Maybe one of these shops has what I need. The level at which I need this. While I was grading. But no, that's not what I was looking for. Wow, nothing. We want the south. I want to know if I can get, I think it's EP3? Oh. Oh, he actually did take everything with him. Oh, I'm really far away from getting it. 335223. Ornament. I have 353. That'll give me 6, 7, and 6, I think. Do I really not have, Guess not. I've already heard congratulations on your victory. Thanks, Alan. Her tells me it was quite a sight to behold. Well, it sure was, I guess. I don't think we'd be able to take them in another fight, though. Not easily, at any rate. Some say victory is equal parts effort and luck, but it seems that the two of you have discovered some secret third influence. With each passing day, one's skills are further honed. As time passes, you grow into that victory and realize you truly did earn it. You think so? Yay! I really like your prep talks. Well done in the arena, and good luck tonight at the victory banquet as well. Thanks, we'll need it. I don't think I've gone upstairs. Hold up, let's go upstairs. Karna. Kurt. I think that's Kurt. Yeah, that was an impressive match. Seeing you embrace his action is a pretty big motivator for the rest of us. I can't just let myself get left behind, you know. Congratulations. A big match like that is going to be burned into my brain for a long time to come. I hope I can work alongside you guys one day. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm back. Anyway, I got no CP on these guys. Poor Olivier, though. Dude, Estella's dying. Alright, let's get to it. The final bit of To Queen Alicia. What does Queen Alicia even look like? Oh, we're going to the castle already. Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Well, let's show the gatekeeper invitations then. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Or ever. This is your first one. Yeah, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey. Hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See? Right here. Written invitation. Handed over invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay, you guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? You got it. We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The headmaid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. I swear, please, Olivier, somehow manage to sneak your way in. This would be amazing. Or, you know, he could come in as a, you know. That would be so much fun. Please go on in. Woo! Now entering, Zin and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. There's 2 gates? Dude, do you know how hard it would be to break into through 2 massive-ass gates? Wow. It's like the Hokken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now welcome to Her Majesty's Groundsel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Let's go. I love it. We get to be in a fancy shindig. Probably one of the few times I'll ever be able to be part of a fancy royal shindig. Wish I knew some royalty. Whoa. You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Gransel Castle. You are Zid and his team, correct? Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come with the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are? Pardon me. I am Captain Canon Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Gransel Castle's defense. I would like to extend... Oh, fuck. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. My, but you are the flatterer. Or I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estella and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Fortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You'd happen to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracer and came to Gransel. Bracers. We never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. I have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now, we must show you to your rooms. Shia, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Ah, very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. I kind of want to be like, no, please bore us with idle chatter. But I don't think we can. Now that is one fine woman. I'd say this in, but your taste in women is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people. Once you peel back a few layers. A few? More like all of them. Villainous cur. So to speak. You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor! Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I am Shia, a maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything's not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. I want to be like, you are not to my satisfaction. I expect the head maid, because that's who we're supposed to meet in the castle. That would just be dickish. As Mimi as I like to be, I draw the line at being an absolute dick for no reason. That and the obvious topics that you don't meme about. Like I'm not that bad. Oh wow. Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh no, it's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I should speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? I hope she's not actually ill. I am desperately hoping she's not actually ill. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please go on in. Okay. And pardon us. Holy Strigas. I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This will make a good story for later. I believe there's still some time before the party. You are free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace, that sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Gronsel from during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the grand terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room and also the treasury, I believe. The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrace stuff. Yes. The Intelligence Division is currently occupying it. The entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who are invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. So Mayor Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Now then. So Josh exchanged the look that went unnoticed by Zen. Hey Zen, we want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Oh, it must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem, have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax in this oh so luxurious room. You know, usually when you're like, oh so luxurious room, it's usually because it's the opposite of that. But in this case, I think it might just actually be just luxurious. Improper use of a phrase. How dare. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julie told us that we have to talk to the head maid Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees too. We likely know most of them. Okay. Okay, so until we, what are those people at the Intelligence up to? Taking important documents without official permission. I mean... You want the bad guys to leave a note? Ah, Joshua Estelle, you made it. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins. You're invited to the banquet as well, sir. I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. Little Mayor Old Bird told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Libero. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Wow, sounds big. So all those guys have been invited here tonight too. Dude, I would love to sit in on one of these. Like, real life one of these. Not so much in a game, just because... I'd love to be a part of something like this. Even if it's just as the silent, stoic bodyguard. So all those guys have been invited here tonight too. No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty's still ill and General Morgan is away on business. On official military business. And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell? He's a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all of this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we could use this chance to see where Duke Dunan stands on all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I'd like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia's the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it is my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. But I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here then. I'd really love to meet her. Sure you'll have a chance. I like... No one's in this room. Is that who I think it is? Mayor Maybell! And Lila! Joshua Estelle. I love Lila so much. I like super maids though, so that's... You know. Sharing crew, anyone? Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor. Hey, wait. You were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry. I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the queen has no time to waste at a banquet, what with everything else going on. What is Dunon thinking? That captain was so stubborn about inviting me, too. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye when she spoke them. I dared not refuse the request. So... very big yikes on this part. Yikes. Captain Amalthea, please, jump off a cliff. Villainous cur. The villainous cur dares to speak. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Huckin Gate? The general is unavailable, is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I'd hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this. Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I'd expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Beau's post-haste. Interesting. Interesting. Is that all the bears? We gotta go into every room, of course. Who is you? Ah. Estelle, Joshua. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. Must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament and end up hobnobbing in Gronsel Castle. Cassie's kids to the bone, you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leiston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run too. Army hasn't found them yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered. We will get the Professor's message to Her Majesty, one way or another. Hey! I believe I visited this room, but let's check it again. Ah, that actually burns my eyes sometimes. But that just might be my own vision problems. It's like there's motion blur that I can't turn off. That's what I'm experiencing, and it burns my eyes. It feels like there's motion blur on this, and because I can't turn off motion blur in this game, it just burns my eyes when it happens. There's a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, you have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Okay, how about I buy something? Ugh. Absolutely heckin' useless. Oh, there's the terrace, I guess. Oh wow, check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town too. Must be great for reconnaissance. So, as nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. Yes, now I need to find, Oh, this must be the royal keep. Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey. The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire what's going on here? Madam. We didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a Bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. Bracer's social standing. Such discourtesy! You'd insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle? No, that's not what I... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Hey! Rip up a new one! Let's go! Another super maid. Let's fucking go. Beat him up. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. But madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I'm terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Alright. That's fine. We'll do as you ask. Apologize, we weren't trying to cause you any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. Apologies that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I am the head maid of Gronsel Castle, and I oversee all the housekeeping duties. We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. Let's fucking go, Super Maid! I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue. But those special ops men have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Dunan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Your Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome. Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. So, this is the maid room? We're for dinner very soon. I'm very sorry for the wait. No. This is the maid room. Right side of the royal throne room. Alright, you're starting to get out of control. I can't stand rats either, so this really sucks for me. The main course is complete. Once dinner's ready, we'll make sure everyone knows. Until then, your patience is greatly appreciated. That chef is a real pro, specializing in imperial cuisine. Over 1,000 dishes of it, in fact. He's simply amazing. I thought this was the throne room. Alright, let's head to our rooms. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Sorry, we got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Please. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Huh, well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. I mean, I'd say we're friends with Maybell too. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grunzel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? No, it's about the same. Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. With all of them concentrated in Grunzel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. Ugh, I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I don't know what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvert. She's fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably that. Please pardon me, the table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go eat it? Go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. I mean, yeah. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates, then? Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. Oh boy, yep, pretty much. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I've told that you're acquainted with everyone who'll be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in Liberal, do as the Liberalians do policy. It's like when in Rome, but Liberal. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial artist. Martial arts champion. Haha, you flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think it's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might the other one be for? Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting his grace the Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terror situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. I mean... You've got to be kidding. We're having dinner with him. Yes, the second him. The villain, him, instead of just Cassius. I suspect this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Ah, excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grunsel Castle's master chef? Is this cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Anteros restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You are not the first to say such things. What of you, Zin? Wasn't it? What of you? Zin, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Libertalian cuisine, though. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious, far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Out! Ha, indeed, is it... Jesus, Stell! Wait, hold up! Hold up, the shade! Indeed, it is a genuine treat. It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before, during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Yeah! And let's ignore Stell taking pot shots at the Duke. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I'll allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Queen's recovering, and the terrorists will be gone? Interesting. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, that they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunan. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it's only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? Well, shame that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take His Grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your needs is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. Oh, boy. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. You make it sound like that's actually a thing that can happen. No, there will be riots on the streets because the Duke is an asshole. This was also a decision of His Grace. Yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Sure, you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. We thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Well, no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne. But it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say, I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps the royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. I despise the both of them right now. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. I also think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zin? I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? That is only because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess the Barrel's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. That is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. The food was so amazing and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what the last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. So you just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk. Sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. Liquor and a snack. Zen! A man after my own heart, I see. Although, to be fair, I can't die. So. I'd get a liquor and a snack, and I'd live. Free liquor and free snacks. Can't go wrong with either. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Hey, we got... Six! There's 6 pages for Queen Alicia. This sucks. Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. I'm actually just terrified right now. Like, holy shit, what? Oh, it's you. What? Colonel Richard. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm not surprised that you remember us. I realized that we exchanged a few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the intelligence division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him for our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay and a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. I really don't like him with you. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. I met Cassie shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did. And what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. Oh, stretch. Stretch. I need to stretch. Oh my lord. Ugh. I'm a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed this plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassie Sprite had not been part of the Royal Army, Libero would now be part of the Airbonian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you really know about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured out a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. Grr, I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. I like how she says when and not if. Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, alright. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all, you both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. That's not suspicious at all. Okay, who is that man, and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. And I hate to say it, but thinking that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say Bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Where the hell am I now? Oh no, this is the throne. The secure important meeting we held in the throne room. If you were hoping to look around, I'm afraid you'll have to try again later. Cool. Can I tell you to fuck off, though? Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes, that letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassidy's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. Told that he was a school friend of the late princess, Her Majesty's son. Late prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. Huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. The evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shia. Oh, hey, aren't you? Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. Let's go. Can we dress Joshua up as a maid too? Please? A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sticking in. Huh, me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the camp festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Estelle is right. There's nothing wrong with a man wearing a dress. Or a maid's outfit in this case. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed right after saying that. But just seeing serious Joshua Bright in a fucking dress is hilarious to me. Estelle is right. There's nothing shameful about it. It's just funny in Joshua's particular case because, you know, Joshua's all, like, serious and shit. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shia, help me out here. Say something. And... Yep. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shia, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it's like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. I love Estelle. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you, Estelle, for this. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. You're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Sorry, kids these days. Elder's just like, what the fuck is going on? Please. Oh my. Ta-da! Hey, it's Estelle! I love it. I gotta say, I like Estelle with her hair, like, down. More than the, like, twin toes. What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Gruntsall Castle for real when this is all settled. Well, we already work as bracers, so anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. Please. No chance I can talk you out of this? Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. love it. Hey! They gave Joshua long hair again. Let's go. I love this so much. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't, but I love this so much. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. Yeah, that does happen at times. RuPaul's Drag Race is actually like the perfect example of that. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the Royal Keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. Go. We're finally gonna meet the Queen in person. Yes, this is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the Royal Keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you've got the nerve to pick up. Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the Royal Keep. Let's go. Wait. That's hilarious. I control Hilda. Hey. I'm sorry. This is hell amazing. Can I just go into the throne room? There's current reporting meeting in the audience chamber. I apologize, but you'll have to wait before you can enter. Wow, even as maids, I can't go in. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows. Huh? Why do I got the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? Oh! I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. Rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like, it's like, wait, no. They're like, shit. In their heads, they're like, shit, we've been caught. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Get wrecked. Whew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I could just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now. He's like, no, I need to change. For fuck's sake. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? Yeah, he is that. What was wrong with that? With what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. Hey, we haven't heard no hide nor hair of Chloe, and now we gotta worry about a princess as well? My heart can't take all this worrying, damn it. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter, as you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two going in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. Wait. She looks familiar. Almost as if she resembles someone we saw. I think my joke from earlier is becoming true. And yeah, sounds about right. Anyway, I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Auslis. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Libero. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I'm terrified. This conversation... I see. Professor also asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black ornament capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gronsel. Professor Rosso was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Rosso was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions. Like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gronsel. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start thinking maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. When someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. Ha! I'd expect no less from Cassius' daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty. He was a friend of my late son's, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then, that is the role that I meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. Hanging out with the Queen. I love it. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Libero. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. Okay. Because she omitted it, because she doesn't know, I have to pause for 1 second. The cause of it is the Schmelga, as we know from Cold Steel 4. And 3. Although, to be fair, Ishmael is the cause of most bad things that have happened in the last, 1,000 years. He did a thing, and then it created a tragedy, and just as the Emperor made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hakken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Ibero became occupied territory, save for Gronsel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvert were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gronsel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Libero's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leisten Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lane severed, the airborne forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. My heart. That's gut-wrenching. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused their death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberia in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. Oh, my heart. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish to put you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassie's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. My heart. Yeah, but that's not happening, by the way. With or without your permission, we're beating up Colonel Richard. And possibly dying. Possibly dying. As if she's not alive in Cold Steel. Ask only that you go back to your home and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberia, then what will become of that peace? Ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bennett incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter Claudia. Ah, aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes, this coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. Oh, fuck. In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. This is why we need Claudia's dad to be alive. Damn it, because then it'd be queen, king, queen. And then those people will just have to shut up. Like, I'm all for having 2 queens in a row. That's great. But there are the idiots of the world who, as Queen Alicia's pointing out, view it as a sign of weakness for some strange reason that I know not. But hey, what have you. It's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession is to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Libero would become a strong military power, with the colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Libero becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. Indeed, the colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. I swear, every time Queen Alicia says something, I hate Colonel Richard Duke Dunan even more. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the colonel. But I am the queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the colonel's true intentions with it. So wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. I hope I get that old. Like, legitimately, with my body and mind both falling apart at the seams even more by the year, I sincerely hope that I am even alive at that point. Cool, did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of race or jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Hey, technically, we've already been asked to stop it. Sort of. I swear. We do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she's willing to share. Or she'd be willing to share. Anyway, Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. And then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. I swear, Hilda's just like, pow! Hilda's literally verbally backhanding these guards, just like, pow! Every time they open their mouths or do anything. It's like, are you giving them the eye? Bam! I fucking love Hilda. That's not fair, but please relax. We are patrons to the court. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Who the fuck is Lena? Bonus BP8. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. That's actually just Just straight up. I don't know who Lena is, so I'm gonna pick Lena, but I hate everything right now. Ma, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. I thank you very much. And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. Or with the special ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Hey, please, be safe on your way home. Hilda's just like... Enough? Like I said, anytime they open their mouth, anytime they do anything... Backhand from Hilda. Best super maid ever, right after Sharon, who's literally... Sigh. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shy away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh, I kind of lost all my confidence there. Eh? Hick. What's all the noise about? Oh, Duke Tunan. Ah, it's the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. Hick, you don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. The butler's like, I know you too. I hope he doesn't say anything, but, you know. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times he's run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough of the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please, don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I don't necessarily disagree for once. I think Joshua would look hella amazing with long hair. So, yeah. I feel dirty for agreeing with the Duke, but I gotta say I agree. I'm honored. Yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace. Ew, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. And this is why I feel dirty for agreeing with the Duke on anything. Yeah. I feel dirty, and now I want to take a shower. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We could set aside time for some fun then. Gross. That is absolutely gross and disgusting. Excuse me. If I had like a visual effect of it, I would have. Well, I wouldn't do it, but still. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets it. So, oh, fuck's sake. In such instances. I sincerely hope we just jab one of Joshua's knives straight up this man's skull. Not Philip, obviously. Philip is good, but the Duke. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa. Oh, right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. That would definitely be an abuse of power. Though, to be fair, I am aware this probably has happened both in real life and in other forms of fiction. It's still a hella gross and a hella an abuse of power. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come in the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry, Madam and young Misses. I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. Please let me kill the Duke. Please let me kill the Duke. So I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Brr, please. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Oh, fuck's sake. Estelle can't. Estelle, there's no way. There's just no fucking way she's that. Okay, I guess we have to spell it out for her. Uh-huh. Come closer. Let's whisper something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we would have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Oh god, we're gonna have to 200 CP this, aren't we? We're supposed to go to our rooms now, right? We need to get back. I'm guessing we need to go back to our quarters. What, my inquirer, are you doing at this late hour? Ah. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Shit. Shit. It wasn't one of these two. That's so bad. Fuck. I'm probably gonna lose the BP for this. Maid quarters. I admire your honesty, so let's not waste time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you being in and out of the maid's quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? So that you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time? Zin. Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing you any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. Mere want to know the business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally getcha. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Sigh. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. That actually is a good response. Wait, hold up. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? There's no... He's drunk, but not like drunk, right? He's like inebriated enough that he could pretend to be like uber sloshed and like blackout levels of drunk, but not actually drunk. Like, he's more buzzed than drunk, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, fuck's sake, fuck's sake. Sigh. It looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zid, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. Whoa! Okay, that's pretty badass. I'm guessing that's water in the thing, then? No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes? You are an evil, evil man, Zen. Hey, he's the best kind of evil. He's the best kind of evil. I love Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So, what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Fucking hell! Sin! You evil, evil man! Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. He produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Vathik, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fun camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. Oh. 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 Wait. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Libero, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor, from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again, I suppose. I mean, yeah. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset, once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if he'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright, if you could pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much. I wouldn't know how to tell him everything, right? I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Still, Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia, who may or may not be Chloe from the looks of things. And my joke earlier in the stream. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. What? You will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Hey! Hopefully I get the 8 bonus BP. Oh jeez. What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Ayo, this is some cold steel level, like... it's larger than expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa. Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so these must be archaisms. Holy shit. It took out that thing in one stroke. Ah, you were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Ha, I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own 2 hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Libero. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one of for the Colonel. For the glory of Libero! Not really! You're a bunch of treasonous assholes! For the glory of Libero! Again, not really! You're a bunch of traitorous assholes. Well, I said treasonous the first time. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got luck is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we consider Professor Rosa's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. I got the full BP! Let's go! I actually did it! Current rank, Junior Bracer, First Class. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get. Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent. But above that, there's an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. Zin's gonna become S rank, let's go! And there are only 4 of those in the entire continent. Whoa, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. So you really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. Yeah, of course it is. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. Oh, God. Joshua, you might want to start spilling the beans, like, right now, before she, like, rips you a new one. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. So I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. Yeah, Cassius, where the fuck are you? If you're here with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing. He was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that two major events happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Gronsol branch of the Racer Guild is called for. Huh? All others being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Gronsol, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches. But the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun, but we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Arab Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense if the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism. Few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leiston Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city. Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. And with that, that is it for today's, for today's morning stream. I will be back later today at the normal 11 a.m. Pacific time for Final Fantasy XIV. Since today's Sunday, we will be finishing off Omega, regardless of how long it takes me. I hope it doesn't take too long, though, because I don't want to suffer. Anyway, I will see you guys then. Bye-bye!